So you can what? Just
check this out. Wait, I'm going to have to just.
so that's recording now.
Oh, we're recording. I don't need to click my button. I had a little special button that
What
started.
starts it?
Well, there we go. Look at this. Oh wait, we need to put the light on. Oh, I can't.
Yeah, you need to connect to something, isn't it?
Oh, this will do.
Right.
Right. I guess
Matt,
podcast number. What is it?
number 4.
Number 4.
Change of scenery first of all.
Yeah.
Change of scenery.
We're at my gaff.
We're out in the sticks.
Around the sticks. Yep,
Right
exactly.
How are you, Matt?
I'm good. We've got 2 microphones now, not just the one. I feel a bit weird because we're holding it as well.
I know, yeah. I think I still. I was gonna say them. We're at the trenches, but we ain't got no spatula. So
just 1 minute. we need a spatula.
I suppose we could actually.
Oh look, I've got 2 spatulas.
There we go.
2 spoons, 2 wooden
There
spoons.
we go. There we go.
There you go. There's your wooden spoon. I've got a wooden spoon. Don't know how it's going to clip on.
There you go. Look, boom.
Boom. Check that out. Spoons.
Right.
Yeah.
Peeps. Episode number
4.
4.
Yeah. So last time we did a podcast was just before you went
away to Egypt. Yeah.
So yeah. So I guess it's just an update on my part, isn't it? So since you went to Egypt,
Well, I've been back a week, but
you've been back a week. But yeah, just to catch up on sort of what I've been up to. So I've just been focusing on getting it optimized, the app, GymSlot, getting it all optimized. There's been like a few little niggles, a few like infinite loop sort of issues I was getting.
Tell me about that.
But that's all sorted as far as I know. Like, you know, as long as nothing crops up. It's just a case of Android's done.
Nice.
Android's done.
Nice. By the way, they know that because remember the last one was getting iOS done.
Oh yeah.
Friday.
Oh yeah. So I think we said that.
Yeah,
iOS
we said it. We did, didn't we?
So iOS is on the App Store. I think I did say that on the last episode.
People need to start downloading it.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing with just the download, but download it anyway.
If you're a gym on, I mean, you can download it if you want.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's not connected to any gym whatsoever. But yeah, did you manage to find any Egyptian gym owners?
Do you know what? Believe it or not, yeah, there was a gym. Literally, there was a gym on every corner, like literally every corner. But honestly, Matt, crossing the road in Egypt is like playing crossing roads. Like it's a 50-50 chance whether you live or die when you cross the road in Egypt. So I was just head down, and I was just where I needed to go, and that was it. But no, it was sometimes you need that break.
You do.
You need that break, and then I was there, and I was just thinking, this is good, but at the same time, we're still in the trenches. So
yeah,
I'm not quite there yet where I can, go to Egypt and then thinking about things.
I feel like when you go away, it just sort of gives you time to sort of reflect on things, and it's like, you go away, spend a bit of time, get thinking. It's just good to sort of have time just away so you can reflect. But yeah, the holiday blues, man, it's not great, is it? Especially when you're working a 9 till 5 and you've got to come back and then you've got to start like the grind, But
the good thing is though, and we've spoken about before, is we've got something to come back to, because this day and age we're in where we're building to break free from the 9 to 5.
Exactly.
It's in full effect. So
exactly.
This is what keeps us motivated. I know it keeps us motivated. It should keep everyone motivated. What's in this space?
Yeah.
Where, you got something you're working on, and you just want to do whatever you need to do to get that working, which is something we're going to talk about today, which is marketing. We've just been talking about it before.
We've actually like pretty much done a podcast without recording. We just like sat here and we're just like, oh yeah, all this or that, and we got about half an hour in. I'm like,
why are we not
recording?
Should probably
this? Switch the camera on.
Yeah,
because this is like a podcast.
So,
but yeah, marketing. Oh, what a pain! It's such a pain, marketing.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
Again, I'm not been doing as much marketing as I should be, but I have got a few people lined up who actually, and are focused on people that are into marketing and I'm gonna line them up for interviews and stuff like that because I've been watching them on X and I've seen them grow from 0 to thousands of followers in the space of a couple of months. I'm even talking to one now. We go on a community call every Wednesday and Sunday. Isaiah Breeze, you'll know who I'm talking about. That's my man on X. He's gonna write a marketing growth tool for MutualGro because marketing. I'm a salesman, and I thought sales and marketing was the same thing, and as we know, completely different. So,
especially like digital marketing.
It's you think you can just talk to people, email someone, speak to someone on the street, sell them your product, and they're like, yeah, but marketing your product and get someone to sign up for it, use it, give feedback. That's a whole different.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know until you do it. Like, we've said this all the time. Like, you don't know what you don't know.
That's
so
it.
when you get into the sticks of marketing, you're like, wow, this is a complete different beast. Because I really sort of started thinking about marketing when we was building Prospects Easy.
Prospects Easy, wasn't it? Yeah.
You start thinking about
how fucking naive was we then?
Oh mate,
we thought we both thought, we've got this product, and it was a good product as well. Scripts. Imagine what we had behind the hood in that, with all the scripting and scraping and integrating AI with like Playwright and we thought this is the dog's bollocks. This is all we need.
Yeah, and
we're
we
just
thought
gonna post it
once and like
we're
gonna
become
viral,
millionaires.
And that's you sort of thinking that sort of when you have a dream and you have like something you want to build, you sort of you're just a bit like blasé about the whole thing. You're like, oh yeah, it'll work, but then you don't realize how much marketing you actually need to do in order to get the product in front of people, and like especially if you've got social media and you're not big on social media anyway, you're sort of like a little fish in a massive pond. So it's like like for instance, I made a Twitter, and it's like I started trying to market on the Twitter. It was a fresh account. I had no one added, and I'm like posting stuff, and I'm thinking nobody's liking any of my stuff, and it's one of them where you've got to build a reputation.
X is X is exactly like that. It's good as well because it does teach you like what it's gonna really be like, even in like X is the real world, but when it comes to marketing your tools and your apps, it's exactly what it is. There's gonna be days where you're doing things, you're tired, and you feel like the needle's not moving at all. But that's the point, really. The point is just being consistent. It's just going every day.
I think
literally 1% better every day.
That's it. Like like more obviously than me, because I don't really do too much of the marketing, and I should really. But yeah, more than me. I see you all the time, like every day at it, constantly on Twitter. But that just shows because MutualGro has what 87 users, is it?
Yeah, we're nearly up to we're nearly at 100 users.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a slow trickle, but you know what? If you compare it to Prospects Easy, Prospects Easy was we tried, we both marketed that, both of us, and we
struggled to get
we saw nothing, like nothing. I think we had one or two people sign up to it, and we was sort of marketing that for a good like couple of months, would you say?
Yeah.
And it just turns out like some things just aren't marketable. It's like, and as well, again, it comes down to like things such as, is it too risky? Because things can be too risky. If you build something and people see it and they're like, what does this? What is this? What does it do? And that's one thing. Something that's not sort of normal, that's not built before, can be a bit risky to some people. I think that's what Prospects Easy was. Wasn't it? It was just a bit risky. Like people having to give like consent in order for basically to cold email outside of the app, and that's ultimately what sort of shut it down. But yeah, it's one of them. Like you don't know until when people aren't stupid, are they?
Yeah, there was a lot of nuances to Prospect. In the end, we realized there was just a lot what we were asking our users.
Yeah.
And
there was
we've got no right to as for all the stuff I mean, and it's learning.
Yeah,
You know, it's the
it's all
first app
learning.
we've done together.
Yeah,
We learned a hell of a lot from it, sort of thing. We've taken a lot away from it because even
yeah,
with the 2 apps we've got now, just down to just little things like, you know, automating blogs and stuff like that. Then these are free nuggets. What we're telling people, automating blogs for SEO.
That's a good one,
You know,
actually.
it's
Yeah,
just things like that. What just it does
yeah,
get some traffic, you know, and the more you work on these things, the better it's going to come. And as we go, we're going to learn more and more how to get better and more efficient at implementing these things into our app. So
yeah. Because that was a big one, actually, wasn't it? Like in terms of SEO, was just keywords on blogs, and we decided, didn't we, that to speed up the process, it's a bit, it's probably not the best thing to do, but we decided to create an automation tool for the blogs. Was essentially getting ChatGPT to write a blog for us, but it wasn't even like we had to go into ChatGPT. We could do it straight from the system, couldn't we? Like we could basically put like a one-liner
yeah, it's just
about
literally
what we wanted to
what we
post
want.
about.
It was literally a case of, and we laugh, but it's
But
we've implemented the same thing in MutualGro
yeah,
now, and it's just a case of what you want. This is a topic, and it does the topic, the excerpt, and it does the content.
yeah,
You know, and
and
it's SEO field.
exactly, and it's full of keywords. It's good for like ranking. And do you know what? The blogs are interesting. Like I read some of the blogs and I was like, these are actually quite interesting. I would actually read these. Um, if I had the time. That's exactly
Yeah,
why I
this
didn't
is
sit
it.
there and write it.
Most people are not, but if you do read them, at the end of the day, you gotta remember as well. Yeah, it's AI, and people say it's AI slop and stuff, but at the end of the day, these AI tools, they're not. They've got all the information in the whole world. So when
Yeah,
you tell them to become a professional writer who writes blogs,
yeah,
they're gonna become a professional writer writing
exactly.
blogs.
The
So no
way
matter what you say,
that's it. The way we saw it was we've basically got uh, we've got someone who's just writing blogs for us. A copywriter essentially. Just sat there writing blogs. So that's the way we saw it. And it was trying to basically automate a team, weren't we? We was thinking
yeah,
like if we can automate all these processes where a team, like team member would be involved in this, then that's ultimately the best way of going about it in terms of like SEO. Obviously, we are on board for doing all the development for the app, and then you've got all the other nits and bits. Is that in the
nitty
phrase?
gritty, yeah.
Nitty gritty. Yeah, you've got all the other bits as well because there's so many hats that you need to wear in there. Like,
You
oh
don't. It's
man, it's
to say you
crazy.
want to break free from a 9 to 5 to for freedom. You break free from a 9 to 5 to end up working 24/7.
And that's what we don't want, and that's
You know,
why we did a lot of the
and
automation,
this
didn't we?
is it's. You know what? I want to talk about this as well because again, on X, you see, I see so much bollocks.
Yeah.
So you know, I
just,
see it's just
just trying to slap him.
just it's honestly, you just get. And I know a lot of it. All right, again, a lot of it's just posting for engagement farming and stuff
Yeah.
like and all this rubbish. And like, do you know what? I'm gonna start actually just like posting tweets just to see what sort of replies I get, and then
Yeah.
start look when these people start replying, just blocking them because it's just sometimes I think I can put you. I think that sometimes I think certain people on the X can post. I took a shit, and then you get someone reply. I bet it was a great shit though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
and it's got like
You know, you're
thousands
like
of like likes, and
just like
you're trying to
But
like,
anyway,
yeah.
well, so
But it's
as I
one
was
of them.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah, we've said this. We want to. It's not about working harder. I know it's a cliche thing to say. It's not about working harder, working smarter, but it really is like we're in a day and age where we've got all the tools at our hand now for us to work smarter. So
Yeah.
why are we gonna? Why wouldn't you automate something like blogs, which is gonna, in the long run, help you get more visitors to your website, etc., etc., etc. Why would you do all these things? It's a no-brainer. Of course, you're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a case of just being consistent and
Yeah.
1% better every day and all that jazz. And
I feel like the world's getting faster and faster every. Things are getting built faster and faster. The world's expanding. Things are just happening at a faster rate. So you
here's
know,
one for you then, though, because we know we're in a golden age of AI, aren't we?
yeah. I mean, it's hard to say, But I would say,
I believe we are. Yeah.
yeah, like this is sort of
How
it's
do
really
we?
taken off.
Not just us, but everyone, because like I say, there's everyone, unlike or solo builders or co-founders, etc., starting up their business, bootstrap, doing it themselves. How do we be unique in the not unique in the sense of like doing something different, but like for instance, there's dozens of AI tools what can get a MVP up or landing page up in 5 minutes or so. How do we as builders now get our products to the front of the page?
Mm,
So
yeah, because
so
it's
so
so
how do we attract customers?
yeah,
Which is, let's be honest, that's what we need, and we need
yeah.
to attract customers to eventually break
It's
free. How do we do that?
it's I think it's just being different into like doing stuff that people aren't willing to do, like get in front of people, like ask people real questions, doing
Mhm.
things like this, which building in public, what showcasing what exactly it is we're doing, showcasing the app, talking about the app. People want to just spin something up and hope that it works, and it's like similar to like what we were talking about earlier, where we made process easier, and it wasn't like a quick, we wasn't expecting it to be a quick thing, but it's difficult, isn't it? Because people just want to spin something up and then they want it to just work. And I just feel like where you stand out is if you just keep going with it. If you've got the
Yeah.
grit, if you've got the determination to carry on and wear all the hats. Because that's another thing. A lot of people, yeah, they'll spin something up, but they're not willing to wear the hats. That they're not willing to do the marketing. They're not willing to do all the hard things that take time. And yeah, AI is good. AI will help you, but it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you do everything. There's going to be an element of you talking to people, you showcasing something, um, and I feel like ultimately that's where people will fail, where they'll think it is going to be a quick and easy success trip. But no, I feel like there's going to be so many. Yeah, there might be apps similar to what we're doing, but ours will stand out in the sense that we've got a reputation behind it, and I feel like that's where we stand out.
And you say that, and you're saying that's coming from the fact that we're willing to put ourselves out there, i.e., doing things like this, where but none of us have podcasted before, but we're
No,
trying these things, we're putting
yeah,
them live onto YouTube, we're going out our way to, for instance, for GymSlot, going into gyms and literally physically asking people whether
yeah,
they want to use our app.
exactly.
And so, are we saying that because it's so easy now to spin up projects that most of them are just going to be left behind because it's that easy to do?
Yeah, I think it comes down to like anyone could do it, but is anyone willing to do it and go the extra mile? I think that's where you stand out because yeah, don't get me wrong, you could spin up something, but two, have you got because there is going to still be issues. Don't get me wrong, like you will encounter a lot of issues, and if you don't know enough, then you will fail because it's like similar to like the Firebase database reads that we was having like the issues with that. To someone who's just spinning up a vibe coded app and they're getting all these infinite loops, and at that point, it's just going to end up charging them a fortune. But they've not actually optimized the app, to make it, work for people who ultimately are going to use it, and they're not. It's not going to cost thousands of pounds.
It's funny
So
because I was thinking this last night because obviously we own an agency, don't we? We're Breakthrough Digital Agency, and just on that point there, I was thinking last night, do we even? And this is good. And like people that watch this will probably get this idea and think, oh, we can do that because no, because I've had that same issue with MutualGro where I was getting race conditions,
mm,
and it's only because, and again, even as developers, we work for the same company, we're both
yeah,
software developers for the same company.
yeah,
At home, when we're using AI to code for us, it's easy to get lazy because
mm,
usually you can kind of glaze over a file and you're like, yeah, that looks fairly okay. You run it, and then if it doesn't work, that's when you debug and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And it's only when the way I figured out I was getting infinite loops in these race conditions with MutualGro and in particular the user feed was because Claude Code done a lot of code and it worked. And I just thought the developer would say, right, let's just have a look, see what's going on in the network tabs and the consoles and stuff like that. And it's only there where I saw that I was sending thousands of Firebase requests, literally
yeah,
thousands of Firebase requests every second. Like I turned it on and it was just I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
going on here? And then at this
Whereas-
point, I was in the trenches. I was like, shit, I don't even want to check my Firebase.
Oh my god, shut it down, burn it.
I was like, but and then you start swearing and
Yeah.
threatening being an AI, which is in a computer, and I'm like, wow, okay. But back to what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
how many apps out there
Yeah.
are actually making money? Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of vibe coding apps that are good
Yeah.
ideas and they've got a place in the market. But how many are out there where, and they may be still making money because, yeah, they're sending thousands and thousands of requests, but Firebase costs are decent.
Pretty
They're pretty
lenient,
decent.
like,
And if there's how many apps are out there with hundreds of customers, paying customers, making thousands of £1,000s a month, but spending unnecessary amounts in Firebase fees, or not Firebase, is other. I mean, this can happen with any database out there if you don't know what you're doing and you're using LLMs purely to code the app,
It's like when I first mentioned to you about the race conditions, and I said, "Oh my god, guess what?" And he was like, "What?" And I went, "I've had 8 million reads on Firebase," and I was absolutely crapping myself. I was like, "Oh my god, 8 million reads! Oh Jesus, what is this going to cost me?" And I went straight to the usage billing tab, and it was £3.50.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, right, fair enough." Like, so, and that was with an infinite loop happening. Now, to get even 1 million reads it's not difficult. Like, you could maybe get 1 million reads, in a day potentially, if there's quite a lot of users.
And I suppose you did see the load of data in it whilst you was testing as well. So.
Exactly. Like, I was seeding a ton of data, and but when it comes to like using the app, that's another thing as well. Like, so on a daily, as you'll know yourself, like, we're constantly monitoring things. Monitoring Firebase, making sure things are optimized. And you can even go in. And the good thing about Firebase is you can spin up an emulator, which I showed you last week. Which basically you can spin up an emulator and you can see all your read writes. Any read and writes, and you can really in real time. And it's just, you can optimize it from there and sort of get into the nitty gritty of why things might be reading too much or writing too much, and just sort of optimize it. And it's actually really good. So yeah, if anyone is using Firebase and they've not got like a testing environment set up, I would definitely recommend using the emulator.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Well worth it.
And it's all built in, so it just makes sense to me. But back to, because I've just remembered then, the reason I got into this is, so the idea I thought of is, at some point in the future, is pushing like or pitching to people, but who have got, what I say, vibe coded apps, but websites. Let's say websites what are being built a lot with LLMs, and just making sure they're spending the correct amount of money through their database, or can they be optimized?
Okay.
So that could be something.
Yeah,
that's an idea for.
It's not a bad show. I reckon there will be more and more jobs like that, sort of like helping optimize vibe coding apps.
Well, I see it online. Like, I see it online all the time, whether I'm on Reddit or X, of people posting that they've got this app and it's costing a fortune in Firebase fees, and you know straight away why it is, because they're not optimized. Like, there's apps out there making a ton of money, and then they're not even got the database. They're not even indexed. Their queries are like, it's so slow, and
there's no, like, this is another thing, caching.
There's no caching or anything like that. So
they're constantly having to like fetch data, retrieve the same data over and over. But yeah, there's a balance, I think, as well, because sometimes if there's too much like caching, you can also have issues with that. So it's just about finding like a right balance of what works, I guess. But yeah, I guess, like, in terms of marketing, I guess this podcast is about marketing, isn't it? We spoke a lot about marketing.
That's it. What? So going forward, and what is it? What's the plan going forward for GymSlot
in terms of marketing? So I am going to get on socials, because I do feel like it's important to do a lot of the digital marketing. I have just put that on the back burner for now, and I shouldn't have really, but it's just while I got all of the because it's been quite a lot with that, because there's been lots of new things that I've never done before, like the iOS build, the Android build. I've never put an app on iOS store before. Never put an app on Android store before.
Completely new language in Expo.
Exactly, Expo, completely new language, React Native. Both new to me. So yeah, I'm in my day-to-day job. I'm a Laravel Vue developer. So all your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, Malacca. Yeah, but yeah, so it's been new. It's good. It's good, but sometimes it's good to just sort of take a step back and think: am I fully understanding everything here? Because that's another thing. Like, I don't fully want to just vibe code this app. I want to make sure I know exactly what's sort of going on down the hood. If something happens, I need to be able to sort of debug the situation. So yeah, for the future, in terms of marketing, yeah, I'll just be jumping on socials, because I do need to start building up some social reputation, because it's going to be another one of the situations where with prospects easier. There's just no traction. But I feel like there is a bit of a.
It's different this time. We're learning, but the
Yeah.
key is to just constantly,
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be good to just, instead of just trying to market the app, like just the app, like throw some like curveballs in there, like to do with the app as such. It's just like.
But that's what we're. I mean, that's what we're doing with like. This is all marketing, isn't it? This is our way of throwing ourselves out there, and it's not necessarily like we're talking marketing and the apps we've got, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
I understand what you mean.
There's a lot of different angles to it, but yeah, I feel like just not being too focused on like, here, people, buy my thing, because I feel like that's what I was trying to do with Prospects Easy. So yeah, it'll just be a case of a little bit more laid back, asking what other people are doing, and just sort of gaining a vested interest in other people's stuff, essentially.
I've been doing that's called a giver's mentality, by the way. A really good book called Give and Take by Adam Grant, the author, and it basically talks about you've got three sets of people. You've got givers, you've got matchers, and you've got takers in life. And the one question he always asks is, who do you believe is out of a giver, matcher, and a taker? And I'll ask you this now: who's bottom of the? Who does the worst off? Would you say out of a giver, matcher,
I would say a taker. I would say a taker does worst, maybe.
So we're going to talk in short term and long term, and I should have explained it more. So a giver is someone who just gives. Doesn't really. If he gets something in return, then good, but he's just more giving.
Yeah.
A matcher is someone who 50-50. So like, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna help you because I know you're gonna help me. We're gonna help each other. That's a matcher.
Yeah.
A taker is someone who's can be smart about it, but I'll take from you, but in a smart way. I'll take from you in a way where you feel like you're doing me a favor, but I'm still taking from you. I'm not really giving.
Yeah.
And a giver is obviously the opposite to that.
Yeah.
So again, I'll ask then. At least this is opinion. So
yeah, I mean, in the short term, I think a taker obviously would benefit the most, because they're getting the instant reward of like, okay, I've got this thing, you've not got that thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like they would benefit in the short term, but in the long term, I feel like the giver would benefit more, because I feel like most of society is willing to help other people if they've been shown to have been helped by that person. It's like, you ever see people who are like there's actually a game in the UK, and it's called the Weatherspoons game. Have you seen it? It's on Facebook, and it's basically people just go into a Weatherspoons and they post a picture of themselves, and people just send them drinks, and it's like,
I've seen it in another
drinks, and it's like, I feel like that is this is like appropriate to this situation. And actually, funnily enough, I saw somebody post a picture, and it was him in the Weatherspoons, and everybody was like, "Do not pay this person because he's just a taker." It's actually quite relevant.
So you're saying that? So in the short term, who did you say? So you in the short term, who's worse off in the short term?
In the short term, I'd say a giver is probably worse off.
And in the long term,
in the long term, I'd say the taker is definitely worse off.
and who's better off then, short
In
term and
the
long term?
So better off in the short term, probably a taker because you're getting your instant reward.
Yep.
Better off um, for the long term, it's got to be the giver. I'd say.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. And it's hard because people, a lot of people don't see that. And this is one thing I've learned with MutualGro is that I've mentioned many times. Like the reason I initially built MutualGro was to surround myself with smart people. And what I've found now is there's so much benefit to doing that and giving as well because
Yeah.
there's plenty. Like, and we spoke about a lot of the projects on MutualGro who I've started using them and giving like honest feedback. Like one of the projects I use, Digestly, it's so good. Like for summarizing YouTube videos. Think Called AI, who we spoke about, Jay, who we spoke to last week, and a few others as
Shout
well.
out to Jay.
Shout out to Jay. It's because feedback is we've talked about this in the past as well. Feedback is so important as well,
Yeah.
and I don't need to do all these things, but literally, like with the Digestly, because I use it most days now when I'm on YouTube. Like I'll watch YouTube if I need to, but when it comes to say how to get better at podcasting or asking questions or stuff like that, I'll just put it into Digestly. Digestly, it summarizes it. I've given feedback. Is this the feedback? He's made this site better through the feedback I've given him as well as other people,
Yeah.
and that's me. That's my way of giving.
Yeah.
I've done it not expecting anything in return because you can't really expect anything in return anyway.
Yeah.
You've got to, as a giver, what value can you give to someone? Us building MutualGro and all the other apps we're going to build. What value are we giving to users before we even ask for anything back? And that's the way you grow, you know. And it's it's why we do these podcasts as well. We shout out projects. We don't need to, but we do it because it's a way of
we do it, and like ultimately, like down the line, after so we're not even like thinking about like the short term at the moment, but maybe in like 100 plus videos, we might get something back, but ultimately it's just
we
about
will get something back because it's consistency and we're genuine with it. It's genuine.
exactly. But we're not like expecting anything back. We're just you know we're just thinking, okay, maybe down the line we will get something back, but it's just a case of like we just want to, because we're both we are both givers, aren't we? Like we both like to give back to people. We both like to help people, and yeah, anything we can do to sort of help is we will do that. So yeah, like if you are basically wanting to promote your business, I guess it's a good part to just say like, leave a comment below. Like we'll go over your. You don't even have to sign up to MutualGro. Like
That's it.
even if you don't want to sign up, you don't have to. I mean, there is a platform there where you can basically join other people,
and it's good to sign up to new because it's more exposure for your platform. You're gonna
exactly
partner with other platforms as well.
exactly yeah.
And two people growing together is
Yeah.
always gonna be faster than growing alone.
And
So.
I said this on the so I did a video yesterday, and it was basically just showcasing MutualGro, and I was basically saying that the more people that you sort of engage with on the platform, the better, because you can basically have about 10 plus you could have 100 people potentially promoting your business. You could have 1,000 people potentially. There's nothing stopping you from reaching out to all these businesses and asking to promote one another, because you can promote them, they can promote you, and it's just getting more eyes on your product, more eyes on your business. And that's what MutualGro is about. It's about just growing like together, and that's it's good. It's good. Um, so yeah, I think should we leave it at that? I think this is a good place to sort
that
of
is a good place.
wrap this up.
That is a good place.
Yeah,
Spoke about a bit, didn't we? I'm not
yeah,
sure how long it's been going on for, but the main thing is just one last thing I
okay,
will say
yeah,
is so yeah, MutualGro. It's at a place now where it's definitely just MVP, but
yeah,
all we're looking for now is just customer feedback. There's a few bits that we do want to make better, like the user feed, the few things I need to do with that, and obviously implementing the rest of the growth scoring. But apart from that, it's a case of just marketing MutualGro and organically user acquisition. Still looking to get more users to the site. But yeah, apart from that, it's in
yeah,
a good place.
yeah. Sorry, I was meaning to ask you about that, because you was asking me about my marketing.
We was just about to wrap up.
I know, yeah.
For about half an hour now, innit?
I'm just like, we don't care about MutualGro. Like, let's just talk about GymSlot. It's a good job you actually mentioned that. Because yeah, no, it's important. And yeah, I just feel like again, it comes down to we're sort of learning, aren't we? Like, we're learning as we go.
Do you know what? One thing I will say is what I do enjoy, and I didn't think I was going to enjoy, is building in public.
Oh yeah,
like if you'd asked me 3 years ago, let's do a podcast, I'd be like, no, why am I going to do that?
Yeah.
Why am I going to talk to no one for
exactly.
months? But now I realize that everyone starts like this.
Yeah.
You know, we all start like this, and I'm enjoying it. I don't care. I'm enjoying it. I'll post on MutualGro to no one. It's fun.
It's good.
You know,
like shout out to like the 30 odd people that watched the video. Like, you know, it's
there you go.
It's honestly like I say that, but and to some people that'd be 30 people, but that's 30 people.
Like there's 2 of us here sat here, and you just said that, and I just thought, whoa, 30 views.
30 people like have watched the video, like you know. So yeah, no, shout out to all you lot. Thanks for watching, and like really do appreciate it. Like obviously the channel's growing. We've got 10 subscribers now. The big 10.
It's better than none.
Exactly.
You know?
Hey,
and
you know
what? We're gonna keep learning. Like for instance, we've just been talking off air. We're gonna start off air, and you've just mentioned it briefly there. We're gonna start reaching out to people who have got their projects, who are wanting to actually grow their project. I spoke to a few people.
Yep.
They've said they want to come on. We're gonna set it all up to get them on, and then we're gonna have a load of interviews.
Yeah.
Pan out over the next weeks or so, and then
that sounds good.
Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You know, we're at the trenches.
I know. Yeah, we've got 2 mics and 2 wooden spoons.
You know,
now,
so
yeah,
wow, we're almost at the trenches. We're almost on the beach.
We've even got a camera mount now. So the way we did this before was where was it, your car phone holder?
Yeah. Well, it was the old YouTube video, in it? Yeah. The old YouTube profile picture in it. I like that, but it's changed now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've spiced up the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Now
So
we've got thumbnails now. We didn't have before.
No.
I don't know. I still don't know about it.
It can, you can change it up, can't we?
Yeah.
Change it up. So.
But yeah, there's changes happening. There's definitely, it's like I say, 1% better every day. We'll get there. So yeah, great. I guess, is there anything more to add, or should we leave it at that?
Like, nah,
you're not going to say it on
I'm not going to do that.
And I'd love it.
I'm not going to do that,
because you're like, we're not going to do all that bollocks.
No. Till next time.
Yeah.
We'll go again.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to press my little button now because I didn't get to do this at the start. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.